Welcome everybody, I am Mohamed Wahba, Revit expert. I want to through this video talk about how to schedule our quantities and how to estimate the quantities of my model. That's the models that we've done through the previous three sessions, and we want now to get the schedule of the quantities of this structure. Firstly, we need to check here view and to choose the schedule quantities, and here a lot of categories. That's the categories that are here in my structure. We may deselect those categories: mechanical, electrical, architecture. We want only here structural ones. So it is so easy to pick up all the categories that we want. Here, firstly, I want to start by scheduling and estimating the quantities of my foundation. So I will choose here the structural foundation. We are able here to my schedule. So I will choose, for example, structural foundation schedule and choose here OK. Here we can see the available fields that will appear in my schedule. So I can choose all the necessary elements. There are a lot of categories and a lot of fields here. We may choose here the necessary only by choosing here, for example, area of the structure, the count of my structure, as well as we can get here the level is important in my schedule as well, and we can choose here also the type of my structure, and also if we made a comment in my type, we can choose here the comment, mark, and so on. I can choose also it is important to choose a volume to get the volume of my structure. It is one of the most important fields here. So we can sort all those fields by checking here up. I want firstly to choose to make the level to appear at the first column, and also, for example, I will choose here type to appear secondly, and also the count, area, volume, and so on. If we press OK here, we can see here my schedule. There are a lot of elements that we need to rearrange. We need to rearrange my table to make it easy to my eyes to pick up all the information that we need. Firstly, we may check here the units of area, volume, and so on. By checking here, I select or selecting any cells here in my schedule and choose here format units. It is that is the units of my the default units of my project. So I deselect it to choose another ones here. I will choose, for example, square meters, and to choose also 2 decimal places. Okay, that's the area in meter square, and I will choose as well the volume to change it to be, for example, a cubic meters, and choose here OK. So it is the scheduling of my foundation. That is the area of all, that is the area of my structure, the volume, the type, the name of my structure, as we've made before. So if we want to firstly to divide this structure, divide this table to make half of this table to be related to the reinforced concrete foundation and the other to be related to the plain concrete foundation, we may check here the filter by pressing here and choosing the elements that we want, and to choose, for example, the level, and I want to choose to make all the levels which are equal to, for instance, the reinforced concrete to be only appear appeared here in my structure. So I will choose the level equals to reinforced concrete, then I can choose anyone else here. So I will check here, okay, it is only the reinforced concrete of my structure. And if I check here again to make none for the filter, so all the data in my structure will be appeared here. We also need to sort all the members here or the cells here in my structure. So may I choose here sorting and grouping, and to sort my scheduling upon for example the level, and to choose it ascending, for example from the smallest to largest value or name. So I will choose as well as then by the type, and then by, for example, the area and volume and so on, to sort my level and then my type, then my area and then my volume, and so on. So I will choose here okay. It can clearly be appeared here firstly the name of level, and then the name of reinforced concrete. In the level we can see here the type was sorted, and so on, in the type, the area, and so on, the volume. We can see here clearly the same area and the same volume, and its number is 1. We need to combine all those elements by choosing here sorting and grouping, and to deselect itemize every instance. So the program combine all the similar ones, 6 elements of B1. Every instance of it has area of 6.12 meters and volume of 1.20 cubic meters. But we have a single trouble here in my schedule, as it is the area of one element, that is the volume of one element, not as the entire volume of my structure. So I want to get the total of volume of my model, of my type B1, for example, and the total area of type B1. So if we want to do something like this, we have to check here formatting, and to choose, for example, area. We can change the name of this heading, and also we can change the orientation of this heading, horizontal or vertical, and so on. It is some formatting in my structure, in my category. So I can choose here calculate total to get the summation of all the volume of type B1. So I'll choose here okay. Before I can do the same order here for the volume, and check here okay. So the total area is 36.72 meter square, and so on. That is the total volume. If we want to get all the entire volume of all the structure, but we want to make a separation here between the reinforced concrete and as well the plain concrete. If we want to do this, we can firstly to check here sorting and grouping, and to make a footer depending on the level. For example, I will choose here, for example, footer that is will appear below the level, and to get in this footer the title, count, and totals of these elements by choosing here any terms of those elements. So I will choose here title, count, and totals, and check here okay. It can clearly be appear that is the volume, the total volume of the plain concrete, and the total volume of the reinforced concrete. So if we want also to make a separation between the two scheduling, I want to make this schedule for only the plain concrete, and another one for the reinforced concrete. We may check here the name of the schedule by opening scheduling quantities here, and to duplicate, for example, this ones, we can rename this schedule to make it, for example, the structural foundation for plain concrete. And if we want to make exception here only for the plain concrete, I can check here filter and choose filter by level, and to choose only the plain concrete to be appeared in my schedule like this. That is only the plain concrete in my structure. I can choose, I want to make it for the reinforced concrete, and to rename it to make it reinforced concrete, and to make the same order here for the plain concrete by choosing here filter, and to make exception of the reinforced concrete. I will choose here level and choose here plain concrete only to be appeared in my structure. So we made separation here in the foundation. So if you want to see any elements here in your model outside this table, if you want, for example, to see where is the type B1, for example, I will choose this type and any cells here, and to check here highlight in model. So the highlighted elements here are the B1. If you can see elements 1 here clearly, you can choose here show in another view. Okay, here for example in another view you can show another one, and so on. So I want to get in my table again. So if you want to export this table as well to the Excel, for example, to make another functions in this table, you can check here R, and to export below here you can choose reports schedule. In my I will save it in my structure folder. Here I will choose the name, for example its extension will be text, so I will save it here. Okay, and also for the reinforced concrete I will do the same order, choosing here export reports schedule, and to name it as reinforced concrete table. So I will save it and to open Excel. I will open this file. So I served here in this folder, but I can't find this file because only those extensions who are up here. So I have to choose here all files. So it has been appeared structural foundation as well as structural foundation for RC and plain concrete. So I will choose, for example, RC and open it. Next, finish. You can see clearly here the table which we exported from Revit. but you can't make function here between area, volume, and so on, because the text of meter square or cubic meter. So I can change, I can remove this easily by choose the cell and to choose here none for the unit symbol, and to re-export this file again. For example, if you found this video useful for you, please like, share, and subscribe my channel to get my latest tutorials, and you will find me below to reply your comments. Thank you very much.